That's right. Democrats are now the party of law and order. So when a sheriff's deputy was murdered last week in Florida, we expected to see Democrats sprint to the mics to condemn this atrocious attack on cops. But there was an eerie silence, and Primetime wondered why. Well, it turns out the sheriff's deputy was killed by an illegal immigrant. And not just any illegal immigrant, an illegal immigrant who had previously been deported and who snuck right back through Joe Biden's open border. Wouldn't this be a great political opportunity for Democrats to put their money where their mouth is, to honor a heroic police officer and tout their strong border policies? Not even thoughts and prayers? What does Val Demings have to say? The Democrat, the former Orlando police chief running against Rubio for the Senate? A former colleague of hers was murdered by an illegal, and there's no record of her saying anything about this. We reached out to her office for a statement. Silence. Democrats want the borders open because their donors want the borders open. Their donors pay the illegals cash off the books to keep their profits fat and then plow those profits back into the Democrats' campaign war chests. This keeps your wages down. But so what? Police died. So what? Plus, these illegals have babies that vote 2-to-1 Democrat, so it's a win-win. And The View says if you're Hispanic and you don't vote Democrat, then you ain't Hispanic.
That's what's so interesting to me, that there are so many Latinos that vote Republican because they vote against their own self-interest. If you really are interested in these types of issues, then you're a Democrat.
So if you're a white guy or woman who votes Republican, you're a racist. And if you're not white and vote Republican, you're a racial traitor. What a wonderful message. By the way, what's the White House's position on this crime wave?
We know that thefts and robberies are up about 20% in the first half of this year, so I'm wondering if he thinks America's big cities are safe.
Look, this is a president who has secured historic funding to make sure that law enforcement has what it needs, especially, and he was able to do this in the face of opposition from Republicans.
Yeah, the Republicans wanted to fund the police, exactly. Republicans are beating Democrats by hefty 20-point margins on crime and immigration. No one's buying their lies anymore. Borders secure, they love the police. For the first time in a very long time, and no matter how hard the media tries, this country isn't buying what they're selling. Dana Loesch is a nationally syndicated radio host, and she joins me now. I can't believe no one said anything about this murdered law enforcement official in Florida.
I think you raise a really good point, Jesse. And Democrats are for law enforcement until it comes time to actually be for law enforcement, just like they're for sanctuary cities until it actually comes time to fulfill their obligation as a claimed sanctuary city. And it's sad. The things that you were mentioning, I guess that's their messaging going into midterms, is take everything that they were against and then repurpose it and pretend that time starts right now and no one can use this tool called the internet and go back and see where all of these people were all of these years as neighborhoods were burning and people were getting assaulted and killed. They were screaming for defunding the police. In fact, the Vice President of the United States was supporting and promoting a bail fund for people who were rioting in Minneapolis and Milwaukee and elsewhere. So this is, I mean, nobody believes these people except maybe only their base. But to your point, with law enforcement, border's part of that. Border agents, border patrol, border security is all part of law enforcement. So if they really and truly support law enforcement, they're going to support all aspects of that. And that includes, Jesse, at the border.
When you hear the French woman as press secretary explain that Republicans are really against police funding, do you think she actually believes that that message is working and that the American people are that stupid to buy that?
I think they're too desperate to focus group it, honestly. I think that they're incredibly desperate right now, and anything that they can use to get America's eyes off the economy and focus on anything else, they will try it. That's why they're throwing all of these other issues that actually aren't polling well with their base. There was a new Washington Post poll out there showing just really like abortion and all of this other stuff aren't polling as well with Democrats in terms of a necessity as an issue going to the polls as Democrats would have thought that they would. But no, I mean, I think that maybe they say it enough and they'll believe it. But it's kind of hard to lie to people, especially after the past couple of years. We've all witnessed the carnage in American city streets. And we've, you can't lie to us. Our eyes don't lie.
Yeah, right. It's easy to lie about the weather, right? About global warming. That's easy. But when and you're looking at video of people pouring across and seeing TV
Mostly
where they're
peaceful
showing people
protest.
getting deported from the vineyard, and every day you turn on the local news and it leads with someone getting shot in the back of the head. No, you can't lie to the American people about that.
And real quick to your point, when you have Karine Jean-Pierre, as you mentioned, when she was stating that she told Peter Doocy, people just don't walk over at the border. Oh my gosh, your own Bill Melugin has so much video of them literally walking across the border.
Yeah, they don't like Bill Melugin.
So yes, they need to support that law enforcement too. It's time for them to put up or shut up.
It is. All right, Dana, thank you as always.
Good to see you, Jesse.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.